Hey guys, DJParson here, and we have another match of the Intermezzo Championship. This time I'm up against PV4 and Eden, so me in the middle here. Let's take a quick look at the leaders and wonders as we hop into this match. Library has already been taken by PV4. We have Pyramids, Acropolis, Roman Roads, Colosseum, a lot of good HA wonders. There's Joan of Arc, Zizka, a couple of MAs, Himeji Castle, St. Pete's, Bach, no Malena, but Chaplin. So Joan of Arc, Bach, Chaplin could work nicely, maybe even with the St. Pete's. There's Shakespeare, Columbus, but no Suez. We have the Red Cross. There's Pierre, there's Gandhi. Alright. So PV4 has taken the library. I will then take Properties and Cultural Heritage. Yeah, I mean, there were alternatives, maybe Colosseum or something, but I think Properties here is pretty fine. Eden will go Colosseum and Caesar. A lot of MAs for him, maybe even too much, but yeah, we will see when he finishes that Colosseum. P4 goes for Moses, the only leader that's left for him. He will elect him, build a mine, increase pop with the Moses discount. Then it's me. I still don't have a wonder. I will have to wait one turn, but next turn I can get Pyramids or Roman Roads. One of those two. And then this turn I take the Engineering Genius. I could have also played Cultural Heritage. If there wasn't the Engineering Genius, I would have done that. But the Engineering Genius is so good that I wanted it here. Eden also builds a mine, increases pop, elects Caesar, and takes an urban growth. So then, for me, I can choose next time between Pyramids and Roman Roads, but first we get the development of crafts opened by PV4. We will increase pop twice, build the lab, start building on the library. So yeah, pretty usual stuff up to this point. And then I will have to decide which wonder I will take here. I take the Pyramids. And I can finish them this turn. That's the great part. If I had taken the Roman Roads, I wouldn't have had the civil actions, but here I can finish the wonder immediately. And then I can also use that Cultural Heritage, using those extra civil actions early on. Eden will push development of civil life. He could push again, but he won't. Knights for 3. Okay, those are some expensive knights. He will build a Sage of the Colosseum, can finish it next turn. Before goes for Alchemy. He's going heavy on the science production. Goes for Alchemy. Also has the library. And then he even takes a breakthrough. Yeah, he wants that science. So then will I push a good harvest? I will push that one. We get the development of markets. But I can also go for the alchemy. I don't have good science production yet, so I will do that. Upgrade 1, go for Eleanor, since I don't want Hippocrates anymore. And then I can increase pop. So yeah, only problem here is I don't have something to push at the moment with Eleanor next turn, but I might draw something, and indeed I do. Eden will open the development of agriculture. And then he will once again use another politics action to offer me the open borders agreement. I happily accept this. Indeed, he will have a lot of MAs. He goes for goes for Zizka, so he will keep the MA when Caesar is replaced. Now he has the extra military action from open borders, and then he will also get one from the Colosseum. And he will even take the corruption here. I'm not sure he really should have taken Zizka. Maybe just finish the Colosseum, get out of corruption. And I don't know if Zizka is really what he wanted. Development of politics is our last development card. Then PV4 can increase pop one more time. Grabs the swordsman and an iron. Builds a warrior. Shows the tactic, it is the fighting band, and will upgrade the last of his 2 philosophies. So he still hasn't finished his library. It will take some time for him to do so. I of course push, and we get the historic territory, which I will take. I can just get it for 1 warrior. And I will be taking a lot of cards, or will be getting a lot of culture when discarding all of these cards with Eleanor, thanks to the development of politics. It's a great combo. I will increase pop twice, will grab the Great Wall, and then I can start to build a couple of warriors. So yeah, I mean, against Eden, who has Zizka, P4, who already has the swordsman and some military, it feels like a good move to, yeah, go for a little bit defensive mode with the warriors and the Great Wall. I have tools on my hand. I will even show the tactics or not to discard it. And then I will discard the rest, keep the colony, keep the colonization cards, get a lot of extra culture from Eleanor. So that's good. Eden will still open the Crusades, or I will still be the weakest, even though I invested a little bit into military, so I will lose 4 of that culture, and PV4 will gain it. And then we also get the Reds. I only lose 1, the other 2 lose 2 food. Code of Laws for Eden, we will develop that. Grabs Cultural Heritage, still not finishing the Wonder. Shows a tactic. Is he taking Corruption again? You shouldn't be taking Corruption every turn. That's why you want to finish your Wonder. The blue cube here is just sitting there, is making his Corruption even more likely. Once again, I don't really think he should have grabbed Cultural Heritage and Rich Land. Just finish the Colosseum, get out of Corruption. It's costing him quite a lot. Now PV4 will also push. We get the Barbarians. I do. Yeah, sadly, I am one of the 2 weakest, and I have the most culture. So yeah, rough couple of events for me: the Crusades and now also the Barbarians. PV4 goes for an Iron, and then next turn he can finish his Wonder probably. So I push my colony, we get the good harvest. That's something, but sadly not enough for me. I will lose the population. I will take a theocracy. I will develop that. It's a good combo with the pyramids. I also take frugality and an iron. And this also will make me stronger with copying the tactics, so I will now be the strongest. I also have drawn a lot of colonization cards, so if there's indeed the colony that I planted, I will take this easily for just a warrior and a bunch of cards. Finally, Eden finishes the Colosseum, grabs irrigation, cultural heritage, will develop the knights, can go for 1. Does he have a new tactic for that? No, apparently not yet. Not yet. PV4 now doesn't push, goes for Leonardo. Yeah, that's great for him with the bunch of science, with the alchemies going up to 5 science, goes for monarchy, can finish the library. 6 science production and Leonardo in play. It's pretty good. And he's probably in a good shape to also get the Code of Laws next turn. Dark Ages will mean he can't go for the Code of Laws next turn at least. I will also lose 1 science. I can still go for the iron though, so that's fine. I can upgrade 1 and 2. And then I can take an engineering genius and even an urban growth. We already had the reds, so I don't have to be careful with my food. And can just take 2 of these good yellow cards. H2 starts. I, of course, keep 1 of my yellow cubes from Hippocrates. Eden opens Knowledge of the Ancients, 2 science and a rock for me. Eden goes for frugality and a new knight. Has the tactic after all, 9 strength for him. And we still have that open borders agreement. And he also goes for Himeji Castle. So he's definitely threatening. Even more so with that open borders agreement with me. But I think with my Great Wall I could defend. But we'll see. Wealthy territory, Eden will win this one. Having to send just the warrior, so he still fulfills his tactic with 2 farms and Zizka. People really needs happy faces. He pushed, so I guess he had seen the rebellion already. Imagine here the rebellion comes out. That would have been funny. He also sees the problem that Eden is strong, so he has to build an extra swordsman. It goes for Code of Laws next turn then, and the breakthrough. So for now he's ignoring the happy faces, as all the H1 happy face techs are on the deck, but H2 of course has a lot of those as well. Call to arms. I am the weakest, so I draw new cards, at least with Eleanor that has some added value. But of course it's not the best. I can upgrade one, I can increase population, I can go up to 4 strength, and with that defend card actually, it's not even that bad to have drawn 2 extra cards, because now I can defend if Eden should try anything. I get a lot of extra culture, so not the worst. And now drawing 2 wars. I mean, the thing is, Eden is already heavy into military, so don't know if I can really go for wars against him, but against PV4, maybe. With the Great Wall and a tactic, if I get cannons and cavalrymen, I will be able to go for that. And then 2 wars to reward myself, perhaps. Eden opens strategic. I'm able to win this one. Just a warrior and 1 card. I draw 3 new cards. Once again, more culture from Eleanor, even though they are not the best, but at least a new defend card. That's something. Eden finishes the Magic Castle, and yeah, he grabbed the Republic. Can maybe go for Revolution next turn. Yeah, that's a good setup. I like that. Before now goes for Code of Laws and Bread and Circus, so he will finally fix his happy faces. Goes for one Bread and Circus, upgrades 1 iron, builds yet another swordsman, so he's going up to 9 strength. And I can decide to push, I don't know, could I push the National Pride? Looks like I can. Reign of Terror will mean the population will be gone that I have. I can regain it. Can go for Justice System, more civil actions. I could go for Nobel here. Eleanor's gonna give me a lot of culture from discarding cards, but I do decide to go for a Nobel, but not elect him yet, so that I get... that was a lot of cards. Sadly, I had to discard all of the wars, but it's maybe too slow. It would have been nice to keep 1. But staying as weak as I am, I need the defend cards, and going with this route, I was able to get 6 culture from Eleanor here. That is quite a lot, especially with that card I just played. Which one was it again? The National Pride. So I want to keep the highest culture score. Something great that I draw here is the fortifications. So that's of course a lot better than mobile artillery. I just need the cannons now, and with my Great Wall, this is looking really, really good. Eden does indeed go for an aggression against me. So maybe I should have been more careful. I once again lose population here. I couldn't defend. Or could I? I think not, because he sacrificed a unit. He sacrificed a knight to get this, which is something I didn't expect. I would have been able to defend if he just attacked normally, but with the bonus from the Himeji and the Open Borders Agreement, I wasn't able to defend here. Yeah, really surprising for me. Sacrificing a knight to just get that aggression through, I don't think it's worth it. He even has to rebuild it. So what did he get? He got 2 rocks and 2 food. He has to spend 3 rocks once again. I guess it's fine, but there also was the risk that I could have just been able to defend even when he sacrificed. So I'm not really convinced that that was something I should have expected. And in the end, it's only 1 population anyway. But it might get worse. PV4 will go for war over technology against me. Grabs navigation, going up to 11 strength. Grabs rifleman, can upgrade 1 more. So he's going up to 12. 12 strength for him. And then next turn he can even finish the railroad and will go even higher. But that, of course, will be after the war is resolved. And the strength to beat is 12. I push, I get a defend card. Now I would have needed it, but it's too late. Cultural influence doesn't give me anything either. I can gain 1 population. I can go for a cannon. Sadly only the one, so I can't go for Nobel. Regain a lot of civil actions from Eleanor. Eleanor was great this game, and then I can build a cannon, go up to 9 strength. So I will lose 3 science. 3 science is not the end of the world. What's a lot worse is my food production is still super bad. I had hoped to get more with this. I guess these colonies didn't really give me much population, but I got some from Hippocrates as well, at least the yellow bank. So the yellow bank is still looking fine. It's just going down to 0 food production now isn't really the way to go. On the other hand, with my fortifications, perhaps next turn I could even destroy warrior and go for cannon. So I have very efficient, population efficient society. So Eden goes for scientific cooperation with me. I will accept it. This will allow him to go for scientific method this turn and can upgrade 1. Goes for breakthrough and a coal and a frugality. So he's looking with at a lot of food here, especially with that frugality. 11 in the bank, and then next turn maybe the coal. P4 will steal the 3 science from me. Open the pestilence. So more population gone from me, and not really what I would have wanted. Before able to go for the railroad this turn with the architecture. Goes to cavalryman and efficient upgrade. And that's it from him. So the events have been really, really bad for me. The rest is looking fine, but that really didn't go as planned. New deposits is quite good. I get a lot of rocks here. Will be able to finish the Great Wall finally. I'm back to producing some food. Because I lost 1 population, I destroyed the warrior from the pestilence. And now back to 1 food production. So it's not even that bad. In 2 turns I will have 2 food, and then with the frugality that means 2 population. And I might get the selective breeding soon. We still have, or I accepted the scientific cooperation. I thought I have better science production, but now Eden is definitely catching up. So maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I didn't realize I would be losing 3 science to PV4 when I accepted the pact. It might still come in handy with selective breeding and so on. But especially if Eden upgrades another scientific method, then it could become unprofitable for me and a bad decision. Of course, I also grab the Eiffel Tower. I don't have population, but I have a lot of rocks. That's where wonders are great, and the Eiffel Tower gives me a lot of culture production. The happy faces aren't really needed, but the culture production would be quite strong. Border conflict, as I said, the events are killing me this game. Eden will deny or will grab the last cannon. Can go for 1. Goes for that over the coal. That's interesting. I guess he's a little bit afraid of PV4. PV4 is sitting at 17 strength after all. The interesting thing is I know that Eden doesn't have the mobile artillery since I got that one. So I'm not really sure what tactic he's trying to go for. Before goes for an aggression against me. Luckily I have drawn a lot of cards and I can't defend this. He's not going to steal more science from me. He will go for selective breeding. Can go for 1, 2 upgrades. And grabs an opera. And the rare PV4 corruption happening. With the new deposits he can't get fully out of corruption. Sitting at 22 rocks. Gonna make progress. Even more rocks. 6 for me, 4 for PV4, and just 1 for Eden. That is quite bad. Luckily I have Wonder to sink this these rocks into. These where is it? I had to destroy something. Right, the border conflict. I had to destroy something. I destroyed the farm, going to -1 food production, but I can rebuild a new selective breeding, which gives me a lot of food production. I can increase pop. Could even go for 1 more, and I do that. So finally up to good food, good rocks, 2 cannons, and I show the tactic. Not 100% sure about showing the tactic, but on the other hand, no one is 100% ready. I guess Eden will be quite happy to get the cannon tactic. He has 2 knights, but he might get rid of them. I just felt like I've been suffering from these events. There might be H2 strength events coming now. So I wanted to be the strongest. I showed the tactic, go up to 18, making me even stronger than PV4. So that felt pretty good. Pretty good turn overall for me. Eden won't be copying my tactic. Apparently, yeah, probably has the Napoleonic army. Goes for Rifleman, goes for Bach. Shows the Napoleonic, so it's 19 strength for him. Will also develop the drama, build one of those. And grabs the revolutionary idea. Still no rock production from him. That's his biggest problem. Me and PV4 sitting at 8 rock production, while he's just having 3. He didn't get a lot from the new deposits, didn't get a lot from the economic progress. As we start into H2, that's his biggest problem, that he is missing rocks. I regain 1 more yellow cube, so my yellow bank is still looking fine. PV4 got a lot out of Leonardo, I would say. But he couldn't really find a transition. He opens National Pride, and sadly, it was really close, I think. I was sitting at 46 and Eden at 49, so really, really close. But he's able to win it. PV4 now can go for Harvard College, grab that, finish it. Can increase pop, no, goes for Shakespeare to get out of corruption, I guess. And upgrades 1 swordsman. So yeah, probably Shakespeare mostly for the happy face this turn. Maybe, just maybe, he can go for opera and journalism. We will see what his plan is from here on out. It's my turn, I can push, I'm not the weakest. We get the wealthy territory. Eden is able to win this one, that is not bad for him. Has to send a rifleman, but gaining 9 rocks, so that could give him a good transition turn. To transition into coal, even though he probably has to rebuild the rifleman to not be too weak. I decided to finish the Eiffel Tower, use some of those rocks, get the culture production. I also get a breakthrough and the strategy. It's relatively late for strategy. I could have also grabbed the wave of nationalism, but I decided to go for the strategy, since if I want to go for military, I definitely need a military tech or a technology that gives me more military actions. So I decided to go for the strategy here. And draw another great tactic. If I get the modern infantry, I can transition easily from fortifications to the positional army. So let's hope that the modern infantry is still there next turn. Eden will go for new pact, so cancelling my pact. So overall, I'm not sure if that was a good pact for me, the scientific cooperation. But yeah, he goes for the trade pact with PV4. Chaplain for him. He does take the modern infantry away from someone, I guess. He will also be the strongest now. Loading up on a couple of cards. Interesting that he doesn't grab the revolutionary idea. I would have thought that is more important than denying the modern infantry. I don't really think he wants to go for that. So the extra signs from the revolutionary idea would, to me, seem more important, but he decides not to go with that. Arms industry, well, that's a lot of rocks for Eden. That is pretty great for him. Like I was saying, he's not producing a lot of rocks, so getting 6 extra rocks from the arms industry is really, really important for him. Now let's see what PV4 can do. Goes for, he will still go for the opera. Okay, builds 1 of those. Can grab the journalism? No, doesn't grab the journalism. Grabs the military theory instead. So he's still looking very strong. He is behind in culture, but not even by that much. And his food, rock, science, everything is just looking very, very good. His actions, especially civil actions, not so much. But there's 2 democracies and he has the science for those. So if he can get his hand on a democracy, he will fix that problem as well. Crime Wave, sadly me and PV4 are the weakest, so I will be losing the 3 culture and a blue token. Can increase pop, go for Pierre, go for pro sports, grab the revolutionary idea. Not often that you see a revolutionary idea on 1 civil action. About to slide down. Can build an extra lab and cannon. The lab is, yeah, I mean, it's might seem a little bit weird, but I wanted more science. I have population. I might have to destroy it later on. I don't know. Maybe it was too expensive. Maybe I could have saved the rocks. Maybe even built another cannon. Develop the strategy instead. Something along of those lines. I felt like the game is still going on for quite a bit. I wanted transition to Pierre very soon, and then I want high as possible science production because of the Nobel Prize. So that's why I built an extra alchemy. Not sure though, if the rocks couldn't have been spent better somewhere else. We'll see how it turns out. Eden goes for satellites. Goes for tanks. Okay, he's just grabbing all of those. Maybe just for the culture from the Colosseum movies. Growth, increased pop. Rebuilds one of his food productions. Alright. He is also on 22 strength, so PV4 is the weakest. He will push anyway, and we get autonomous territory, which PV4 is able to win. He goes up to 9+, which is just a swordsman. That's a great colony win for him. Just a swordsman for the autonomous territory, from which he takes the science, I think. Yeah, he scores 4 science, and now he also gets the democracy. So as I said before, if he gets the democracy, he gets up his civil actions, and he does exactly that. Can even build 2 more operas if he wants to. Builds 1, grabs rockets, develops those, and builds a rocket. Okay, so 11 culture production for him now. A lot of civil actions. Has the military theory for military actions. Okay. Right, there was also popularization of science, so the extra science from the alchemy is here really helping out. So 8 for me and 8 for PV4, only 3 for Eden. I will then go for the pro sports and the strategy. Can increase pop, build a cannon. I really like Pierre, so that means I do win the Nobel Prize this turn. Go up to 32 strength. Sadly, I'm not drawing wars. If I would draw a war, I could more heavily go for military. I mean, even still, there's still a couple of turns to go. I can spam some pro spots, spam more cannons, go for war, either against P4 or against Eden. Eden does have the bonus of the Himeji, so it's not like there's an easy target here. But even just forcing PV4 to go for more military could be really worth quite a bit. So yeah, that's the game plan. Inhabited Eden, able to win this one for just a night. That's so great. These guys are getting great colonies for cheap costs. Eden shows the modern army. Can fulfill that if he goes for tanks. He does that. Upgrades a tank. Builds a new rifleman, so he will fulfill the tactic. Builds yet another drama. Reserves, and reserves. He's getting those rocks. He's still sitting on 3 rock production, but he's managed fine with the colony, with the call to arms. Arms industry. Got variety 16, 8 to 14. First impact really rough for me. 8 culture only. Before out on 16, really helping him to catch up. Goes for Churchill, increases pop, can build yet another opera if he wants, goes for cavalryman, so he's also planning just the Napoleonic army for now. Destroys a lab to build a new drama, opera, and okay, opera and a bread and circus, goes up to 28 strength. He does have the rifleman, so next turn he could also copy the modern army. Denies the modern infantry, so I won't be able to go for the positional army, but I'm fine just staying with the fortifications. I think that's good enough. Sadly, I don't have any impacts to push. I don't have a war, so I will just go for military alliance. I will grab the internet. How many wonders are left? Only the Manhattan Project, so not a lot of wonders. P4 doesn't have one in the build, and Eden neither, so there's only really one wonder that can give a lot of culture, and that is the internet. So I take that, It doesn't give me the most culture at the moment, but with pro sports it will. Biggest problem here is I can't get the engineering and the wonder and also build a pro sports, so I'm keeping the engineering for now. Maybe combo next turn with another technology to get the Nobel Prize once again, and then I can also finish the internet in just 2 civil actions with that engineering. Once again, not a great card right here. No impacts, no war, nothing. Eden increases pop, builds scientific method, grabs air forces, goes for movies, revolutionary idea, chaplain. Can't upgrade one of the movies. So going for chaplain actually costs him quite a lot of culture production. Bach was giving 5 and chaplain is only giving 2. So 3 culture production less for switching here. P4 opens prosperity. That at least is a lot of food for me. Actually for everybody, but I get the most. Grabs military buildup. Can grab that and use it immediately thanks to the Harvard College. So he will be spamming some military. Looks like he's also building an all-prague rocket cavalryman. Develop that. So he's setting up for war. Might be time to finish the game perhaps for me and Eden. I go for the engineering. I can also go for democracy. Can increase pop. So do I take more cards? That's a big question. I will build pro sports instead, so going up to 46 strength. I don't know if I have to worry about military. There are 3 cards taken, so 4 cards left. Eden could definitely end the game, and I think he probably should. If we look at P4, maybe we'll see if Eden wants to finish or not. I will go up to 14 culture production. Finally, I also draw war. PV4 will reject the international tourism with Eden. We will then go for air forces. Can build one with the patriotism. Big question, is he going to take 2 cards? Multimedia and rockets. Military theory and a revolutionary idea. So not ending the age. Leaving 1 card and prolonging the game for 1 more round. Is that going to be bad for me? No war from PV4. We get the Cold War instead. We'll go for air forces, for riflemen, reserves, tanks. And upgrade 2 of those riflemen. So 53 strength for him. Are we going to see a war from Eden? With 3 rock production, that would be quite the achievement. What does he need to fulfill another war? Does he have the rocks for that? He has 3 reserves, so 12 plus 4 is 16 rocks. Would need 2 riflemen and a tank, so isn't quite enough. That would be 17 rocks. And he's also, I guess he does have the military theory, so we could see a big war from him, no doubt. H4 will start. 2 more turns for me. I will open the impact of balance, 12 to 12 to 6, and really close between me and PV4 here, but I do have a wonder, and I also have 1 more turn to go. Also really close with Eden, almost didn't see that, so all of us really close at the moment. Can increase pop twice, grab rockets, develop them, build 1, build 2, so sadly no wonder for me. I'm feeling the heat from Eden. Grab the fundamentalism, so I could just do the revolution next turn. Mechanized agriculture, computers, movies, just grab everything. Yeah, big problem here is I won't be able to finish the internet next time. Maybe I should have just built 1 rocket and not the other one. Just keep that population sitting around. I wouldn't have had corruption, and I have enough military actions next turn anyway. So maybe if there is no war, this might become a problem. See, Eden does go for war of culture on me. Yeah, we'll go for military theory. Use all of those reserves, 16. So he can go for an outdated tactic. He can build warriors. So rifleman, rifleman, and a knight, so 73, and he has the magic castle. So there did come a war over culture. I didn't expect Eden to do it, but he did. P4 opens input of population 14, 16, 14. And P4 increases pop, goes for an air force, 65 strength, 70 strength from him. And then my last turn. I can't do that much. I can go for the Fundamentalism Revolution and upgrade all of the cannons. So I'm actually gonna go up to 77 strength. Missing just the one, since Eden can sacrifice and go up to 78. So I will be losing 6 culture. If I had 1 more strength, I would have only lost 1. And if I had 2 more strength, I would have gained 6. But yeah, only 6 culture. Not the biggest war. Get input of harmony, 16, 24 for me, and 16 from Eden. So we're still really close. Eden gets the culture production here. Me and P4 separated by just 1 culture, and if we count Eden producing 10, he's at 196 as well. So all of us right now sitting on yes, 1 culture difference between the 3 of us. Eden also can't really, you can get 1 more culture production from a religion, which doesn't change the logic. Before the first impact, did it happen already? Yeah, before the first impact, 169, 96, 197 and 197, as close as it gets. Which impacts do we have? We have 5 impacts. I'm not sure. I think I played 1, but only the 1. And the first one is progress 20, 22. So Eden takes the lead. 22, P4 also takes the lead over me. To 19, 18, 17. Alright. The next impact is wonders. 9, 11, 12. So a lot of... Alright. 2, 29, 29, 28. So Eden from the first to the last. Next up is government 29, 23, P4 will stay on top, and 24 from Eden, so me and Eden on the same, and 2 culture difference between us and P4. Next up is science, 14, 7 and 0. That's finally a big one. All of the other impacts were rather small, but this is the first one that makes a big difference. And next up is culture, 14, 7 and 0. So these will be the final standings. Congratulations to P4 for winning this nail-biter of an impact release. 282, 266 and 252. After the impacts, not the closest game you've ever seen, but before and during the first 3 impacts, I don't think I've seen that much changing and small differences before. So amazing game, well played to both of these. Didn't really expect Eden to make that war happen in the end. And looking at it now, I would have needed to finish my wonder. So even if I had won by 1 or 2, even though I lost 6, and if I had won 6, that would have been a swing of 12. Not quite enough, but yeah, if there hadn't been a war and I could have finished the internet, that would have been my ticket to win. Sadly, I couldn't make both work, couldn't defend and finish the wonder. So second place in this nail-biter of a game. I have to be happy about not coming in last at least. Imagine Eden's position. Made kind of a comeback, got the war to work, was on top during some of the impacts, and now in last place not getting any points must feel bad. I hope what felt good was you guys watching this video. I had a lot of fun reliving this game with you guys together. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you for the next one as well, which is going to be the last one of this season. So this is my 5th that I've shown you guys. So just 1 more to go. So see you next time for the big final, guys.